y'all, it's Heather, and I have been testing and trying the hottest new indie makeup. I've been trying all the new releases. I am ready to give you my full reviews. I think it's super important to update. After I do first impressions, after I do looks, when I'm playing with products, showing products, I want to follow up. I want to come back and I want to give you my full review because a first impression is not a review. So I am here with thoughts. Let's jump into it. Let's start off on a high note, a positive, the Sigma Spectrum palette. I love Sigma, that's no secret. I've loved the brand for so long. I think they make really beautiful shadows that are easy to work with. They just blend, they don't emphasize texture. I think these shadows are beautiful on everyone. If you have mature lids or anything like that, these shadows are going to glide beautifully. They are pigmented without being too pigmented that you can't work with them. They're blendable, they're buildable, and I really think the shimmer formula in this palette has been stepped up a notch. This is a gorgeous shimmer formula. I am loving this palette. I am loving this palette so much. These neutrals, like, why do I love this palette so much? These neutrals cover such a variety from light to dark. I really enjoy that. And I saw on Sigma's site that they said that they did a study of over 100 skin tones with neutral hues, and then they created these shades with different undertones and depths. I really like this. I think this is a win for the brand. I think they did something super beautiful. You can definitely do easy, effortless, quick looks with this palette if that's what you want to do, or you can do something a little deeper, a little more smoky, a little, you know, like extra with this palette if you want to, because you do have a range. This is a neutral palette, so if neutrals is not your thing, this isn't going to be for you. I love all makeup. I love color, I love the rainbow, I love neons, I love jewel tones, I love neutrals. Listen, I don't discriminate when it comes to makeup. I love makeup. More is more for me. I packed this palette with me when I went on an 8-day trip with my family, a family vacation. I brought this palette and I brought some single shadows from Clionadh, and I was set. I was happy. I thought this was beautiful. I could do quick, I could do effortless, or I could do dramatic if I wanted to. And it is the palette that I have on my eyes today as far as the mattes go. I'm wearing matte shades from this palette with shadows from something else for the sparkle on my lid. I'm wearing this shade on the inner corner. This is just, it's a great palette. Sigma did something really special with this palette. I know I showed y'all a look, but I'm also kind of thinking of doing a video showing multiple looks with this palette. Let me know if that's something you want to see, because I just really enjoy this. It's such a good like staple palette, and this can be such a great palette to add to like those fun single shadows that you have in your collection if you want to throw on like a bright colorful lid, something like that, which is exactly what I did while I was on vacation. I do have an affiliated code with Sigma, and as we talk today, I will pop my codes up on the screen for you. I will also list them in the description box and a pinned comment. I want to be as helpful to you as possible. So let's, listen, I could go on and on and on about this palette, but I mean, I think my eye look and I think the swatches, everything speaks for itself. Since I told you I'm wearing Sigma on my eyes, let me jump in to what is on my lid, and that is Clionadh. I love Clionadh. I love Clionadh. Hello, I have tons of Clionadh videos here on my channel. Definitely check those out if you're curious about this brand. And they make the most beautiful, special, sparkly, multi-chrome, shifty shadows I love. Now, these two quads, stunning. I've been waiting to talk about these because I actually got the shadows without the little magnetic palettes so long ago, but I wanted to follow up once I got the full palettes, everything like that. You know, like, does that make sense? Yes. I love Clionadh shadows. I love them. These new quads, stunning. Beautiful, beautiful. The shadow that I'm wearing on my lid today is the one from the black quad. I'm wearing this shade right up here. And that's like, you see, it's giving so much sparkle. And if you are overwhelmed by picking out single eyeshadows, like Clionadh is so known for their single shadows. They do have palettes, of course, but single shadows, I think, can be a little overwhelming if you haven't shopped this site before. So I really like that they came out with these little quads. So you kind of get a curated selection. You don't have to do the legwork of like going through all the shadows and picking your own if that's not something that you're interested in. So I just love this overall. I love the quad of singles. I brought a bunch of the singles, like I said, on my vacation with me. And so that is what I'm having on my lids today. I just really think Clionadh is phenomenal. Like, they do stand so high when I'm thinking of like my single shadows, my sparkly shadows, things like that. Like Clionadh would be in the top. They're phenomenal. Let's talk about Game Beauty. I really enjoy Game Beauty. This is a brand that I think has really done some great makeup products, and they started off good and then they got better and better and better, and they just keep getting better. I love seeing them collab with Street Fighter. I think that's so cool. I'm not huge into gaming. Like, I love Mario Party, Mario Kart, like things like that, but I'm not huge into gaming. But even I have heard of Street Fighter, so I'm super excited for an independently owned brand to be collabing with such a huge game like Street Fighter, and they did a full collection. So we'll start with kind of their single shadows. I really like these. Game Beauty has not done single shadows in a long time. I have some single shadows from them, not last year, I think the year before. So it's been a while. They make good single shadows. These are really pretty. Game Beauty does a good job with these, giving us cute packaging with the theming of the collection on there. And you can kind of pick your shades if you want to, or you can buy bundles, which I think is really nice. And I think these shadows are great. I like that they come in this compact, so you don't necessarily have to put them in a magnetic palette if you want to. Really, overall, beautiful, beautiful shades. And the eyeshadow palette, I also think is really cool. It's a cool color story. Now, I'll just go ahead and say, like, this packaging is perfect for the game, but it's a little bulky for me. I don't mind it. Like, I get it. I think with a collab like this, you really should kind of stick to the theme and you should go extra over the top. It is a lot of wasted space for me. I do wish that it could have just kind of cut off some of this dead space, kept the shape, but maybe made the palette a little smaller. Again, I know, like, that is my personal preference, but I do think, like, I would like that. And that's what I'm here to do, right? Like, I'm here to give you, like, my full thoughts on things, not just the great stuff or not just the bad stuff, but even the stuff that maybe doesn't matter, but it's a thought I had. So I do think, like, I would like that to be a little bit smaller, but that could just be my personal preference. I do think the packaging is cool. It feels quality. It feels really nice. It doesn't feel like they went cheap and didn't want to pay for nice packaging. Like, the packaging, really nice. Also in the collection are these cream blush sticks. Now, I like these. I think they're nice, but it's not like a favorite. Oh my gosh, holy grail, new cream blush favorite. I do think they're really nice. Cream blush sticks like this are usually a little more dry in texture than the ones that you'll get in the pan, and that can be really good, especially for like layering on top of powders if that's what you want to do. I have oily skin, so I do like to put down my creams and creams and then my powders, but this you could put on top of powder too, because it's not super wet or creamy or dewy. It's not gonna lift things. So I do appreciate that. They're nice, they're buildable, they're like satiny matte finish. They're nice. Like, if you love the franchise, you will definitely love these, or if there's a shade that catches your eye. But I do think these blushes are all something that a lot of people would really like. The highlighters I also like. I like the colors. I like that we have a blue and I like that we have a pink. If you like these colors, if you like the way they look, if you like this game, you like this collab, I think you'll like these. They're nice. There's nothing wrong with them. There's just nothing that's taking it to the next level for me, which is fine. I do like when brands kind of expand their range. You know, a brand that maybe is just doing eyeshadow palettes branches into other things, and I appreciate that. I think this is a good, solid launch from them. Last up in this collection, we have the lipsticks. Now, the lipsticks are fine, okay? I like the packaging. I think they look cool, like it makes sense. They're with the characters. The boxes are super beautiful. They're this kind of like satiny matte type of texture, but the shades aren't all for me. They're not all for me. I think they're all too like bright. And when you have 6 lipsticks, I do wish some of them were maybe a little more muted or even like more saturated, deeper jewel tones, but they're all very bright. And with 6 shades, do we really need that many bright shades? I don't know. For me, I didn't. I would have liked to see more variety. Overall, really love Game Beauty. I'm so happy they sent me this collection. Some of the products that I'm going to talk about today were gifted to me. Some of them I did purchase myself. And I'm just, I'm gonna share my reviews either way. Let's talk about Agate Temptation, the newest palette from Singe Beauty. I did do a full video on this palette, so definitely check that out if you are curious. You wanna see 2 looks, tutorials, all of that. I have that for you in a video. But this is my friend's brand. My bestie, Angelica Nikvis, owns this brand. I always like to let you know that. And I love this palette though. I mean, I love eyeshadow. I really do. And this palette is great eyeshadow. I know, like, I'm playing with eyeshadow constantly. I love eyeshadow. I know good. I know okay. I know amazing. I know bad. This is amazing. This is a beautiful, beautiful formula. I do tutorials in that video, so definitely watch it so that you can see for yourself how these shadows do. All of that, you can see how they apply, they blend. It's a beautiful color story. It's a very special palette. I know that Angie worked so hard on this, and I'm not saying that like she's the only one that works hard. Like, I'm sure all of these brands work hard. I'm just like, I gotta give a shout out to my friend because she created something truly beautiful. I love greens. It's my favorite color. It's my favorite color. So to have these greens and to have some warm greens and to have these yellows and orange and still have a balance of neutral shades to where you can create a neutral look if you want to, I think is really special. I think she did an amazing job with this one. I mean, we got to shout out the packaging again, like the big mirror, the beautiful raised letter, the foiling on it. It's, I mean, what can I say? Like, my friend is talented. Let's talk about these powders from What's Up Beauty. What's Up Beauty is an independently owned brand, and I really, really love their eyeshadow palettes. I think they do beautiful packaging, beautiful palettes. So I was excited when they launched their Wind Dancer pressed setting powders. They have 4 shades, which I don't think is bad. And I started using this powder first as like a finishing powder. I used that in a Get Ready With Me video that I will link for you if you want to see me use it more as a finishing powder. I have since tried this under my eyes, like to set my concealer, and I think it was okay. I don't love it. It's not the powder I'm gonna go for all the time. It is not mattifying enough for my oily skin, and I don't need something that's incredibly matte under my eyes. I mean, it is going under my eyes, and I am 37 years old, so I do have some wrinkles and crinkles, but it just got too glowy on me after about 2 hours. I was kind of thinking like, should I touch this powder up? It's very pretty. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. The shades and the undertones are kind of like neutral leaning, and I do have a olive undertone that's a little more on the warm side. That's okay. The formula is nice, not amazing, but it's nice. I will also say, and this may be a nitpicky thing, but again, I'm here to talk about everything. The Serengeti highlighters that they have, I love those. I'm pretty sure those were in a yearly favorites for me. If not, they should have been. The packaging, beautiful, amazing. They're Egyptian queen lipsticks, like beautiful, amazing packaging. The packaging on these is not what I expect from What's Up Beauty. It's just, I don't know, it's not giving the luxe vibes that I expect from them. So if they ever like change anything, I would definitely change the packaging. I know that doesn't matter to everybody, but just when I'm looking at my What's Up Beauty products, the packaging is like up here, and this packaging is not quite that high. They also launched a face powder brush with this collection. I love their brushes. Their brushes, amazing, amazing. 10 out of 10, no notes. Like, their brushes are so great, so I definitely recommend those. Let's talk about the cream blushes from Adept. These are the Simplicity cream blushes, and I am so happy to see one of my favorite brands, Adept Cosmetics, expanding into a new product category. These cream blushes, love, 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 love. New favorite status. They are so buildable. They are pigmented, but I can build them up. I can definitely get a lighter blush look easily. Like, I don't have to use a light hand. I can go in, and then if I want to add more, I can add more. I love this formula. I think it is so beautiful. It is this like skin-like matte type of formula. So it's not matte, flat matte, but it's not glowy. It's just very skin-like. I took these on vacation with me and used them so much. And I wish, like, listen, I wish I could have filmed on my vacation because I feel like I had some really great makeup looks, but I was just enjoying time with my family. I took these on Creators and Friends trip. Like, I love these blushes. I love the packaging. I love how sleek it is. I love the Adept logo. I love that these aren't huge, like they're easy for travel. I can pop the magnetic pan out if I want to and put it in a larger magnetic palette. I love that. It's easy peasy. I really do. I think the packaging is so nice. The shade names are printed on the back of the pans, and I just love my blush every time I wear these. I do have a video where I'm swatching, like a video where I'm showing you all of this stuff but not really reviewing it, more like a haul style. I'm swatching things, so I will also link that video for you. And let me grab, I almost forgot, let me talk about the brush too, because Adept launched brushes and now I feel like I need the whole set because this brush is great. Beautiful sleek handle. The bristles are soft, and I take my time with brush reviews, okay? Especially if it's a like new to me brand or a brand that hasn't done brushes, launching brushes. I really want to use them, wash them, use them, wash them, use them, wash them. I mean, I've done that now. I've done that. I've washed it. I've used it. I've let it dry. I've used it. Like, it's so great. I typically use this brush for cream bronzer, I'll be honest, because I do tend to like a smaller brush for blush application, but that's just personal preference. It does work. I mean, you see me use it in the demos, but I really do like this for cream bronzer, and I think I need to get all of the Adept brushes. Do I need more brushes? Yes. Let's talk about Nomad Cosmetics and their Route 66 palette. I've had so much fun playing with this palette. I think this is such a cool theme. Nomad is always doing these location themes, and when they do a theme, they go all out. We have the packaging, we have the embossings on the pan, we have the shade names, like everything fits and works together. And I think they did such a beautiful job on this palette. I mean, we have very like bright shades, we have like these neon-y shades, we have different formulas in our shimmers, which I really like. I like when a palette gives me variety. I don't just want matte and shimmer. Like, give me some sparkly shimmers, give me some effortless shimmers that kind of just glide and are maybe a little more muted, some that are a little more bold. Like, give me some variety. And they did that with this palette. They also did a really great job of doing like neutral and color and giving us options in that way. I wanted to do a neutral look for my first look with this than the one that I showed y'all because the colors are intense and they're beautiful and they called to me. But I wanted to show you the versatility of this palette and kind of switch it up. I think this is a win. They're doing so good. They're doing so good. I'm always excited for what they're going to do. And I think this color story is so fun. Again, the packaging, we have the huge mirror. We have the beautiful embossing, like the raised lettering. They went there with the packaging. Like they took it to the next level, you know? And I love that. I think Nomad makes really, really great shadows. I review their stuff, okay? Like, I have so many Nomad videos. I can link my playlist down below in the comments for you because listen, if you love eyeshadow, I got you. Let's talk about Salt New York because I tried Salt for the first time about a year ago, maybe a little more than a year ago, and I always thought, that's not for me, that's for people with dry skin. That's not for my oily skin, and let me tell you, I was wrong. Okay, I know I have demoed these products, I have shown them, I have put them in videos. They are very like, oh, I woke up like this makeup. More this kind of like light coverage, easy to sheer out. You can definitely build it up for a full face if you want, but it's more so products for that easy, effortless vibes. And even with my oily skin, when I'm using my mattifying and gripping primers and I'm setting with the powder, I can get all day wear out of these. They are the best for me though on like those easy, effortless days, not a full glam. I love, love, love these products for that. So when they said that they're launching an olive corrector, I'm like, yes, come to mama, please, I need it. And oh, let me tell you, I love it. I have used this. I am olive, okay? If I have a foundation that is too orange, it's too warm, it's too peachy, which happens a lot. It happens a lot. Sometimes neutral is too cool tone for me, or it's too pink and peachy, and sometimes the warm tone is too orangey for me. This olive corrector I have mixed with different foundations. Love, 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 love. It has given me perfection. Now, if you are mixing and using a shade adjuster like this, I always recommend do it on your hand first before just using it on your face. See what you need to do to get your right shade. This is a game changer for me. It does not have a white base, so it's not going to lighten everything for me. I'm so thankful for that. I love that. I need that. I don't like these minty green color correctors. If you are light and fair, they're perfect for you. They do not work for me. They make things too light and they can turn very ashy on me. So I'm loving the olive. The yellow, also loving. I use this yellow corrector mixed with a bronzer stick to make it my perfect skin tone, and oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. A lot of times I will find a bronzer formula that I really love, but it will be too red, which just does not give me the bronze look that I want with my olive tone. It will be too pinky. It will be too cool in that way, or it will be too neutral. Adding this yellow gives me the ability to add that little bit of like goldeny, olivey warmth to the bronzers, and I love it. So I had to show y'all that in the demo too. And then they launched this blush shade that they call like an oopsie blush shade. It's a beautiful like brown, bronzy toned blush. I already knew I loved their blush formula, and I'm just so happy. If you're new to Salt, let me say, like, you have cases like this. You don't have them. Salt has them on their site. You can see I have my foundations and concealers in here, so you can put your products in like this. You can also do like just a single compact. You can see I have bronzers in here, like so beautiful. I have the single compacts, or you don't have to use a Salt compact if you don't want. You can see I have my empty magnetic palette here where I put my correctors, I've put my blush shades. I think Salt New York is doing some really, really cool things. And again, I will pop my discount code up for you if I haven't already. It's all in the description box. And I'm so happy with these correctors. I'm so happy with these correctors. And they do make more corrector shades. I will pop them on the screen for you because I'm 99% sure, 100% sure they make more shades. So if you're not like, I don't need olive or yellow, maybe you're into these. BellaBeauteBar revamped their Smoky Glam palette. I love that. I love when brands have a win and they think, how can we do this better? Because we know makeup is always changing, right? Like all the time, new formulas, new ingredients, all of that is coming to the market. I love when a brand elevates, and I know a lot of people felt like the original Smoky Glam was too massive, so they made it smaller, they made it magnetic, and the packaging is so cool, right? Like the packaging is so cool, and then opening it up, we have the core shades that we needed from the Smoky Glam in this. I love a big palette, I always love a big palette, but I gotta say, I love this. I love this. I think this is great. I think they did such a beautiful job with this. And I actually got stopped at a store, like, what is on your eyes? What is on your eyes with this palette? And then I got to the register. I was at Bath & Body Works, okay? Then I got to the register and the amazing sales associate was like, your eye look is so beautiful. I love your makeup. I'm like, thank you. So like 2 stops in one day on my makeup, like, I count that as a win. You know, I count that as a win. These shadows are so beautiful. There's some different formulas and textures in here, which I know I've said before, but I'll say it again. I love that. I love when brands do that, like elevate. Give me fun textures. Give me some fun formulas. We have multi-chromes, like duochromes, holochromes, super sparkly shadows, like glittery shadows. Listen, I love this. I think BellaBeauteBar did a great job on this palette. And I know that BellaBeauteBar is super popular with a lot of y'all because it's super popular with me too. Like, they are making amazing things. One of my favorite brands. I love it. I think these tones are glam. They are smoky. You can do dramatic looks. You can do light looks. You can do whatever you want with this palette. Like, they have it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's talk about the Dream Cream blushes from Give Me Glow because I love these, okay? I love these, and these are different in my collection. They are unique in my collection. I would say these are favorite status for a very different reason from the Adept, and let me tell you why. These are pigment in your face right out of the gate, okay? So you're gonna see in the demos, I go in and wow, I'm gonna tell you, go in and slowly build. Light tap of this. Don't pick up a ton on your brush. And they say that on Give Me Glow's site. I really appreciate that. They're like, these are intense, go in with a little. But I love, and this is why they reach a favorite status, that pigment can be blended and buffed in. if you go in with too much, have no fear. You're not doomed for the rest of the day. Like some blushes that set so fast that you have no work time. You can go in with your sponge or a brush or whatever, and you can kind of remove some of that product. You can kind of bounce it in, and you can take down that intensity if you want to. You can build it up even more if you want to. Just use more products like I did. I really love these. They also mix really well together. I've had a lot of fun like playing around with the shades and kind of like mixing and matching the shades and blending and buffing them together. I love the huge over-the-top packaging. Like, I know you might be thinking like, Heather, but some of the other things you said, like you didn't like the big packaging, but they went for it with these, and you get a huge pan. So there's not wasted space in this packaging. And there's also a little door to help keep your mirror clean. I really love that. I think that's very nice. And just overall, this is like an over-the-top launch, right? Like there's so many shades. And I mean, there's so many shades, but I want them all. I want them all. I want every shade. And Give Me Glow launched the brushes too. I think one of them is in my dirty cup. Yes, it is. I'm like, I've been washing them and using them and washing them and using them, and they're great. Like they work great. I think they're really nice. They kind of coordinate like with the packaging, like so the pink ones, they kind of coordinate like see to the peachy ones. I mean, I want them all. Like I want every single blush. They have a huge shade range. So like definitely check them out if you're looking for some different undertones, some different shades. But I want them all. And listen, I'm going to make that a goal. I'm going to make that a goal to own every single one of these blushes. DeDe Cosmetics launched their April Showers collection, and I think this is so cute. We'll start with the 5 eyeshadows. They launched 5 eyeshadows, these beautiful rainy tones. I love that. I thought this was such a cute theme. I thought it was very like curated in the collection they did. I like the shades. There are some different formulas in these shadows, so some of them are that more squishy texture, which I know a lot of you really, really love, so I definitely wanted to let you know about that. And then they also launched 2 highlighters. I am, of course, wearing the highlighter today. In which shade am I wearing? Drop. So I like these. These are blue highlighters. One of them, the drop shade, is a little more like smooth and like shifty, whereas the other one, what is it called? April Showers, has some more sparkle to it. So definitely like different formulas, and I love that. I love that they gave us like variety and option here. I think this is a really, really fun launch. I think this is super cute. I love the April Showers theme. I love the blue theme. I think indie brands do collections like this so well, like sticking to a theme, having fun with it, playing with formulas, playing with textures. I think this is a really solid launch, and I'm going to have a single shadow video coming for y'all so soon, and you'll definitely see some DeDe in there. Wicked Widow Beauty launched their American Psycho collection. This showed up right as I was going to be leaving for vacation, so I'm getting this review up to you later, and I wanted to go ahead and share my thoughts because I've talked about it before with ColourPop and Twilight. I don't like packaging that has the actor on the front. Like, I don't want to look at Christian Bale all the time. Like, I don't like that, but I get it. Like, I'm sure a lot of people do, just like a lot of people love the ColourPop Twilight packaging. I would have much rather seen what we have on the inside of the palette as far as like packaging goes, how we have like the axe and the gloves and the glasses and the splatter. Like, I really like that, but that, again, that's a me thing, that's a packaging thing. The formulas inside of this palette are really great. I really like Wicked Widow's eyeshadow quality. I think they make really great shadows, and the formulas in here are great. We do have embossings on the pan with knives and axe and mask and things like that. But my first thought when I saw this palette is, wow, this should have been edited. I think these browns are so similar. And I know that I can like things that are very similar. Like, we can look at a neutral palette and say, that's a lot of brown. But these browns, especially when swatched and used on the eyes, are too similar to me, in my opinion, and my personal preference. And the same for these beigey shades. I love a half neutral, half colorful palette. We have half neutral on top, half colorful on the bottom. But it's just not my perfect color story. It's not my perfect color story, but I do think the formulas are really, really beautiful. They also sent me 2 lip products. So you do get American Psycho packaging if that is your thing, if you love it. I think the packaging on the lipstick component itself is cool. I like this. I think it's simple, but also still vibey with the movie, with the blood and the lettering here. The formula though, this is the shade Psycho, and I'll show you this on my lips too, but this claims to be a shimmer lipstick. And when I put this on my lips and when I swatch it, I don't see any shimmer. Like, this is a satiny type of formula. If I really, really, really work it in, I can see maybe a shimmer particle, but if you are looking for a shimmer lipstick, this is not it. It's cute. It did take like layers on my lips to get it to be opaque, so it is a little bit more on that sheer side. Now the lip gloss, the American Psycho gloss, I have the shade Bloodlust. It does have that same packaging and it does have some sparkle to the gloss. The doe foot applicator on this does not pick up a ton of product, so I did have to kind of go back into the tube several times just to get a nice glossy look on my lips, but there is some shine and shimmer here. It's comfortable on the lips. It's a nice gloss. DeDe's Signature also launched liquid blushes. I have been playing with these, testing them, trying them, and I think these are really cute. Let's kind of swatch these out together. Of course, I'm going to show you these on my face. I know I have a demo of Tangerine Crush for you, and let me just swatch that right there. Like, these are vibrant, bright shades. Really, really pretty. I love a good orangey blush. These are pigmented. Think like more pigmented than the rare Beauty liquid blushes. So if you are looking for pigment, you can get that with these. Definitely go in with a small amount, because I do think with liquid blushes like this versus creams or powders, it is a little harder to tone them down, but they're beautiful. So just go in with a little amount and you can get exactly the look that you're going for. This is the shade Pink Pop. So I'm super impressed with this formula and how pigmented it is. It is blendable, but just know, go in with a little amount because it isn't as easy to tone these down if you start off super strong. They also launched lip kits. I have several different shades. Let me tell you what I have on my lips today, okay? Because I kind of mixed and matched them. So I'm wearing Espresso and Petal lip liners on my lips. I kind of went and lined my lips with Espresso and then kind of faded in Petal to get this type of color. And then I went in with the Espresso gloss on top. I think these lip kits are nice, but I wouldn't give them like a favorite status. The lip liners are nice. I don't think like the actual wooden pencil part is as like smooth as like the MAC, if I'm thinking of that. They last well, but they're not extremely long wear like some of my other lip liners. The glosses are nice. I think they're a nice gloss formula, not too sticky, not super long wear. Most glosses aren't. I think they're pretty. I think the gloss in Espresso is my favorite one. I really like my lip look, and I think this is overall a nice launch from the brand. Last but not least, I want to follow up on the Unearthly Incandescent Glowing Blushes. I am wearing these blushes today. These are beautiful blushes that do give my skin a really beautiful glow without looking super shiny or oily. They don't look glittery. They don't look shimmery. They're very beautiful. I like these shades. I like this packaging. Unearthly always has super cool packaging, like very just inspiring to look at. I love the artwork. I think the formula inside is really beautiful too. I really like mixing these shades. I love mixing things anyways. Like, have y'all seen that yet? Like, as I'm talking today, I love mixing lip colors and blush colors and highlight colors and everything else I can mix. And these are beautiful for that. They're super beautiful, also beautiful on their own. I really like the shade range that Unearthly has for these. I would love to see even more. Like I would love to get like a bronzy golden tone, maybe even like some purpley lilac shades. I know that's super popular and in right now. So I think these are just really fun, really beautiful, really great launch from Unearthly. I love indie makeup. I have a lot of fun. I think they're just so creative and unique and fun and different, and I love supporting a person rather than a huge corporation. So I love indie brands, and if you love indie brands, I'm gonna pop up some more indie videos here for you to watch. Definitely check them out because you can find some unique, cool, fun, amazing quality stuff from indie brands, and I will chat with you all things makeup down in the comments.